Hello, boys and girls. Yes, it is Mr. Broussard again, and we are going to continue with our science lesson that we left last time, sort of 1/3 finish. We're going to continue with fossils. You remember the last two questions that we answered when we finished the lesson last time? Do you remember? It was after we read the two articles. Remember what is unique about Naomi and Riley's findings? And why was Naomi and Riley's findings of the fossil national news? Why were they in articles? So those were the two questions that we answered last time when we left our lesson 1/3 finished, right? Well, now let's take a moment to go over the learning target again to make sure that we know exactly what it is that we're supposed to be doing so that at the end of the lessons we are able to say, yes, I can do this. Yes, I understand what I'm supposed to do and I can explain it to anyone. So do you remember the learning target? Do you remember? Well, of course you know it's related to fossils, right? Well, let's read it one more time. So I can formulate questions that lead to accumulating evidence in order to show what fossils are and in order to learn from them. And we will be using evidence to support our explanations, okay? So very important, the word evidence right there. Do you see evidence? And we're going to be able to show what a fossil is and what we can learn from the fossils, okay? So we started last time. Let's continue. We are going to investigate a lot today. We're going to be like real paleontologists examining fossils. So we have a lot of fossils to examine. And we're also going to watch a video. And we are going to be collecting and recording evidence, okay? So are you ready to start our exploration? I need you to open a document that is called Fossil Cards. Fossil Cards, okay? Open that document. It should look like this. There are many pictures of fossils with the size, and there are numbers on them, okay? So there are, I believe, let me see how many, let's see. I think we have 17, okay? We have 17 pictures or cards of fossils. Now, after those 17 cards, there is another group of cards, but don't pay any attention to those. We're only going to concentrate on the top 1 through 17 cards, okay? So do you open the document? Now let me explain to you what we are going to do, okay? You can do it in two ways. If you have a printer at home, okay, you can print this and cut the cards out. That would be ideal. But if you don't have a printer, you can just open the document, look at each picture carefully, and then you're going to use the numbers. So if you have a printer, print it, cut them out, and have the cards ready, 1 through 17. If you don't have a printer, just open the document, have it opened, and you're just going to use the numbers to do the activity, okay? If you are going to print them and cut them, then pause the video, print, cut, and then come back to the video, okay? So you have time to do that. If you're only going to look at them in the numbers and just have the document open, then wait for next instructions, okay? Okay, do you know how to have two documents open? Because you're gonna need two, okay? You're gonna need the one that you just opened with all the pictures of the fossils, and the next document that you need to open is the one that is titled Recording Information About Fossils, okay? Recording Information About Fossils. It's going to look like this. So it looks like this. It has one column that says fossil and the numbers of the fossils, which match the numbers in your fossil document. Then you have I notice, you see there? I notice, I wonder, what I think that fossil is, and then later on, we're going to go over what it actually is, okay? So do you have that document opened? So if you were able to print and cut the cards, now you have the cards, and then you have this last document, recording information about fossils opened. If not, you have both documents opened, okay? And you are going to be filling out this chart. So you're going to go through each fossil, 1 through 17, and you're going to write what you notice about that fossil, everything that you notice, okay? Shape, color, different things that you see in the fossil, you know, if you see a head, if it is a tooth, anything that you notice, okay? And then the next column is you wonder, things that you are curious about, things that you want to know, okay? And then you are going to write what you think the fossil is. What animal do you think that fossil was when it was alive? So now pause the video and take time. It's going to take you a while because it's 17 of them. So you have to work quite hard to finish that chart, okay? Pause the video. So what do you think? Do you have fun looking at those fossils and asking questions about them and describing them, things that you noticed, things that you wondered? What do you think? All right, so the next thing that I want you to do is under those 17, okay, if you keep going, there are pictures of actual animals, okay? Now, you could actually look at the fossil and look at the animal and see if you can match those, okay? So now you have more information even. So look at the fossil and look at the animal and then match them, okay? Look at the fossil, look at the animal, and then match. So where it says, what I think it is, now you have more information. So you can actually delete some of the information if you think that you were wrong or if you left it blank, and now you can put what you actually think the animal is. So look at the fossil card, look at the actual animal card. They're in the same document. And now match them, okay? Now pause the video for another moment or for quite a few minutes and go through the fossils. And now you can actually check your answers. See if you're right with if you match correctly the fossil with the right animal. So if you open the document that is titled Fossil Match Card, you see it right there? Fossil Match Card. Or sorry, Fossil Card Match. It looks like this, okay? So let's go ahead, open that, and we can do it together. So look, sea urchin, seed fern, a dinosaur tooth. Those two belong to the same. It's an ammonite. Let's keep going. Trilobite. Fish. Shark teeth. Shrimp. Coral. A reptile foot. A marine reptile tooth. Sea lily. And petro. And let's see over here, the fighting ants, a Tarbosaurus, Simoria, and there you have it. All right. So how was that? Do you have fun doing that? I hope so. Examining all of those fossils and matching them to the right animal. And now we know more and more and more about fossils, and maybe we can go, we can almost we can almost reach the learning target, right? What are fossils and what can we learn from them, right? The next thing that I want you to do is I want you to click on the link for a YouTube video, okay? The link is called YouTube Fossils, okay? You can link on that and then take a moment to watch that video, actually a few minutes to watch the video just to get a little bit more information about fossils, okay? So go ahead and pause this video and then click on the YouTube video link, okay? Now that you finished watching the video, I want you to click on the file that says fossil generalizations. Fossil generalizations. Click on that. It looks like this, okay? It says definition of a fossil, size of fossils, shape of fossils, location of fossils, types of fossils. You see it? You have it opened? So the reason that it is called fossil generalizations is we are going to be making generalizations. We're not going to be talking just about one fossil. From all the fossils that we've taken a look at, from all the fossils that you have noticed things and you have wondered things, we want to make generalizations. We want to talk about all of them together. So if you look at the first square, it says, what is the definition of a fossil? So you are going to go right there to the second column and you are going to write what you think a fossil is. And where it says evidence, where do you get that evidence? From the article, from the video? Where do you get that evidence? Then you go to the next one. What size are fossils? Any fossil. Are they little? Are they big? Are they enormous? Are they gigantic? What size are they? And then under evidence, you write, okay, this is the evidence. I know this because I read it or I saw it on a video. Okay. What are the shape of fossils? That's the next one. So you write, what do you think are the shape of fossils? Where are fossils found? Location of fossils. Where can you find them? Okay. And then types of fossils. And then who are the people who study fossils? So this is based on everything that you've done so far. You can generalize about fossils because remember, we're trying to find what fossils are and what they teach us. What can we learn from fossils? Okay, now let's go over to make sure that I would love to hear what you wrote. I would love to hear what you wrote, but I'm not there with you. So a fossil, definition of a fossil, organisms that lived a long time ago. They're found preserved on Earth crust. What are the size of fossils? Well, they can be super small and they can be super big. We saw the evidence on those fossil cards, right? What are the shape of fossils? What is the shape of fossils? Well, there is no specific shape. It's just, it can be a leaf or it can be a shell or it can be a tooth. There is no specific shape. They are found everywhere. They're found in land. They are found in the sea. They're found everywhere. What are types of fossils? What are types of fossils? Well, they're both plants and animals, living things, right? Plants and animals. Who studies fossils? I think you already found that out, right? Paleontologists. So I hope that you were able to answer that very easily, right? Well, you guys have been working super hard at finding all this information about fossils. And I'm sure that now you know so much more about fossils than you knew just a few days ago, right? Just from these two lessons that we have done together. Why don't we go back to the learning target to see if we are starting to figure out if we already can say, yeah, I think I know this learning target. So let's go back to that learning target. So I can formulate, I can create questions that lead to accumulating evidence in order to show what fossils are and in order to learn from them. And we will be using evidence to support our explanations. That's exactly what we have been doing. And I think you have a pretty good idea what a fossil is, right? And what we can learn from them. And I will see you next lesson. We're going to stop here now, okay? See you next lesson. Bye-bye.